Hey, what's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here. It is time to do an album review for a series that I've been thinking about, and I've decided to do this series. So this is the first episode for this series entitled Classic Albums Revisited. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop discography reviews. Why I decided to do this, I just decided to review some of my favourite albums of all time for this series. So the albums that are going to be in this series are all 10 out of 10 albums, and of course some albums from some discographies that I've been doing are 10 out of 10 albums, but I really wanted to do this series for a couple of weeks now. So why not start it off with Frank Zappa's Hot Rats. Hot Rats is the second solo album by Frank Zappa. It came out in October 1969, and if you got the original version of Hot Rats, it is 47 minutes, but this is the 2008 remaster, so it's 43 minutes, but you know, who cares about different versions of albums? People just got to be proud for on albums that they bought. But anyways, this album has 6 tracks, and this is definitely Frank Zappa's best album. Of course, some people would say that this is his best album. There are other ones, like We're Only In It For The Money by Frank Zappa, with The Mothers of Invention, Freak Out, and I also love We're Only In It For The Money, and Bongo Fury, which is another really good one, with Captain Beefheart and The Mothers of Invention, which is a live album with studio recordings at the same time. So anyways, back to Hot Rats. Hot Rats is mainly an instrumental album, but on track 2, Willie the Pimp features Captain Beefheart, and Captain Beefheart was a very close friend of Frank Zappa's, and 1969 was the year that him and his Magic Band released one of the most iconic albums in history, Trout Mask Replica. Hot Rats is an album to me that is really well recorded and so well written. It has to be one of the best experimental albums. The music side of things on this album is mainly like a jazz fusion type of album, but it does have some sounds of some progressiveness throughout most of the songs on here. There's just a lot of things going on Hot Rats, like the opening track, which is one of the album's singles, and you will get to hear some unusual stuff by most of these songs, percussive stuff, and another one, the Gumbo Variations, which does have a random saxophone solo on here. 2 songs on here, Willie the Pimp and the Gumbo Variations, are the longest songs on the album. There are some very, very well produced sounds on here, and the production has been done by Frank Zappa himself, and it is just one of the best produced albums ever. So this is an album that I would recommend to anybody who likes a bit of experimentation and some very creative music side of things. Yeah, that's just what I meant to say, I guess. But anyways, most of the album has been arranged and produced by Frank Zappa himself. The drumming, which is completely rhythmic, and a lot of guitar playing, which has a lot of guitar solos, all done by Frank Zappa. And Willie the Pimp is my absolute favourite on this album, and it is Frank Zappa's best song, because he does some stuff from his guitar solos that no other guitarist can do. And I just love Frank Zappa because of how unique he was from his music and from his whole entire career, because his music experiments from different genres like psychedelic, jazz, funk, blues, rock, avant-garde, whatever you want to describe Frank Zappa's instrumentation and music throughout a lot of his albums. Other instruments that are on this album besides the obvious ones like drums, bass guitar and guitar, whatever, there are sounds of the octave bass and some percussion, flute, clarinets, and violins. So it's just all one big collage of creativity from Frank Zappa and the other guys that have been working on this album. So Hot Rats is a strong recommendation from me to you guys. So that's just pretty much all I've got to say about Hot Rats by Frank Zappa. 6 tracks, more than 40 minutes in length. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet, guys. Or let me know which is your favourite Frank Zappa album in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for different reviews for this series, which is going to be up and running really soon. And I'll see you guys next time.